Le Refresh, everything body and face. Your body deserves a refresh and your face too. Welcome to Le Refresh, your home of everything body and face. We offer premium facials like deep cleansing, enzyme powder, bright and glow, instant glow treatment, skin refining, and LED therapy, plus waxing. Need to relax? Enjoy our soothing massage treatments like deep tissue, spot massage, aromatherapy, relaxing massage, Swedish massage, back, neck, and shoulder massage. We also offer advanced facials and chemical peel for that flawless glow. We are located in Kitengela, Olive Business Complex, opposite Nairobi Women Hospital, and we are open daily from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0112-229-111. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Le Refresh. Le Refresh, everything body and face.
Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. This is Straight Talk with me, Faith Wamboy, and you're watching us and listening to us from here, Top Prime Media, the hub of authentic vibes. And today I'm pleased to be here this wonderful morning that the Lord has made, and we have an interesting story and an interesting person that we'll be talking to this morning. And I don't want to take much of his time. I want him to kindly introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
You may introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners this morning.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. My name's Sam Joroga. I'm a life coach based in Kikuyu. But working across the country and outside. And I'm grateful to be here.
You're so very welcome here at Top Prime Media. I saw you in the waiting bay, and people are very interested in listening to you. And to them, you are doing a wonderful, great job. Nimepata wakikwambia wanawish awangekuwa washapata mshahara ili wafunze vile wangepanga mshahara.
Kuna jamaa mmoja aliniambia kwamba mshahara yake alitumia kwanza kulipa madeni. Sasa sijui kama ako na pesa. Lakini tutajua tu before the end of the day.
Before the end of the day, we will get to know that. They're interesting people though. Let us go direct and because I don't want to take much of your time, and also because we have other things, other shows coming.
Right.
And we are very sorry to our viewers and listeners for being late kidogo. But let us go direct to the goal. What is the difference, Sam, between coaching, being a life coach, a therapist, and just a really supportive friend?
A very interesting question. Life coaching is a very modern term. But life coaching is a very modern term. Sometimes you really don't, for example, in the Bible you don't find it, but in the contemporary society in which you live in, you find everyone else calling themselves a life coach. And I am sure that has been a challenge to many because you want to differentiate between what a life coach does, what a therapist does, or just what a normal friend would do in supporting you. And life coach has to do with giving direction concerning the present and the future. When you come to therapy, you're dealing with issues that have been as a result of past experiences. So therapy I have always cautioned my listeners that I shrub anything shrubable, including that word shrub. I can shrub it and get away with it. So I'm saying that life coaching has to do with offering direction, clarity, decision making, issues to do with accountability, having accountability. For example, having an accountability partner who can help you achieve your goals, and not just achieve them but also set them. But when you come to the other side of therapy, therapy is more to do with the effects of events, all experiences that you have had in the past. Issues to do with your mind, emotional therapy, trauma, issues to do with depression, issues to do with stress. So basically, a life coach doesn't deal with the healing of the mind. As much as he may help you set up your mind, have the proper mindset. I was speaking with one of your staff when I got here, and we were looking at the issues that affect how a person is able to handle their life and how much their mindset comes to it. So a coach will train you on having the proper mindset. But if you have experiences in the past that affect how you think and how your perspective of life is, then you are better with a therapist. Therapist will deal with issues to do with your mind psychology. Psychiatrists are in the field of therapy. But you see now a life coach ako hapa kama mtu wa kukumotivate so that you may achieve, for example, your personal goals. How do you set those goals? How do I hold you accountable? How do I help you become have self-awareness in how you are dealing with life? How do I help you identify your strengths and your weaknesses? How do I hold you accountable to ensure that you still remain on the right track? But when you talk about a supportive friend, anybody can be a supportive friend. Somebody who sent you nitumie thou hapo you sina lunch ama maybe sina, that is a supportive friend. Maybe somebody who can give you a shoulder to lean on. Anybody can be. A life coach can be a supportive friend.
Someone,
a therapist can even be a supportive friend, because we all need friends. It is said somewhere in the Bible that a man who seeks to be a friend must be friendly. So friendship that is supportive is based on, am I ready to move 100%? Are you ready to move 100%? I am not for the 50-50 thing. I am, Wambui is my friend. Is she ready to move 100%? Am I ready to move 100%? At whatever point we meet, we are able to support one another.
I know for those who do not understand who a life coach is, I hope they have gotten clarity on that.
Yes.
And today basically we are dealing with a life coach, and we want to see how the life of a life coach, you as a life coach, the things that you do. But now you as a life coach,
yes,
what was the aha moment that you ever met in your life that made you realize that I want to help people as a life coach?
The aha moment. You're talking maybe about a spectacular event that took place, I was able to identify that this is really what I want to do. First and foremost, maybe I would speak about little to do with my background. Having been born a few years ago, I am DG analog, I would say. I am in Generation X, and I grew up in a very small village in a place called Elbagon. Elbagon is in Nakuru County. Quite a number of years ago, like you can see, I have white hair. So a few things I would say shaped my journey to life coaching. Having grown up as an adopted child, I think that's a topic for another day. There were a lot of issues I had to deal with, and especially those are issues to do with therapy, because they were as a result of how did I find myself in the space where I grew up, and how did that influence my growth and the experiences I had? How did they play into shaping me to the person who I am? And after some point, maybe 20 years down the line, I found myself in a relationship with my Creator through Jesus Christ, and therefore that also shaped my identity. And in so to say, in growing in that environment where I would be profiled and defined depending on kuwa uko mtoto ambaye kwa Kiswahili wao tunasema kuaviwa. So I had issues with my identity. I had issues to where am I the way I am, and is there something better ahead, or is this all that life has to offer? So I had questions about my identity, and the moment questions about my identity and my background were answered, issues that maybe would have brought a lot of trauma in me, and I wouldn't want to say that I was able to overcome it at that particular time. It's a journey. Life in itself is a journey. Overcoming traumatic situations, issues that would want to pin you down. I took those issues as my stepping stone. And the more I got interested to know about God, the more I got interested to know about who I am. The one who created me, what purpose did he have for me? And I think that started answering the question of who I am becoming. And like I said at the beginning, life coaching is a very modern term, and you find everybody across the board calling themselves a life coach in the social media. Maybe I would say I had a Barnabas moment, an encourager. I wanted to encourage people that no matter where you grew up, no matter how your background was, at a certain point in life, you can no longer refer to your background as the reason as to where you are who you are today. That issue of blaming your background, your parents, the government, the county government, or whoever, your girlfriend, your exes, if there are any exes for that matter. Personally, I say the only exes I have are X5 and X6. You understand what those are? Maybe we'll clarify further. So basically, realizing that my setbacks were prepared by God the Creator to be my setups for the purpose that God has for me. Because I believe everybody alive at this particular minute is alive for a purpose. But then there is knowing that you are alive for a purpose, then there is living the purpose. So once you discover your purpose, then the rest is part of the equation. The challenges, the questions, the setbacks, the drawbacks, anything, the depressions, the compressions, you know those words that are bad that end with Sean. You use them as setups. You use them as setups for your comeback. Okay? There is a scripture in the book of Romans 8:28 that says all things work together for good. And for those who trust
in the Lord.
And they not only trust in God, they are called and loved according to his purpose. So are you able to discover the purpose? Because once you discover the purpose, Wamboi, you are able to align with it. And no matter the challenges you face, you are in the race for your assignment and your purpose. You're not in the race for survival. When a lion chases an antelope in the wild, it is chasing after food.
Yeah, true.
But when the antelope is running away, it's running for life. So when you are running for life, you are learning so that your purpose may not be aborted. So I would call that my aha moment, realizing that I am here for a purpose, discovering that everything that happened in my life happened for a purpose. I really want to thank my late mother, the late Beatrice Wangui, who raised me up. She is now in heaven. Many years, about 7 or 8 years ago, she left. And her main purpose was to raise me. She did not have any other children. I am the child she had. And I am here being an ambassador of the good work that she began. And I would say she knew her purpose. And she executed it with utmost precision to her last day. And I would thank God that I loved her to her last day. Because one day before she left, she asked me, what haven't you done for me to ensure that I'm alive, even as unwell as I am? And I knew that was the part of the shaping. And these experiences that we go through life are supposed to shape us, model us into what God wants us to become. But it all depends on the perspective and the perception that you have. How do you see your experiences, Omboi? Do you see them as issues that will bring you down and cause you to live in confusion, leave you in a place of desperation and hopelessness? Life coaching seeks to eliminate that perception of life. You do not encounter your hardships for the hardships to eliminate you. You are here to eliminate your hardships so that you may live your purpose.
Thank you so much. That is so encouraging. But now, when someone walks to your office, or you're in a Zoom meeting, call or something, what is the most common wall they would hit on? Like, is it fear, lack of direction, or just a burnout?
This has happened very many times. Clients walk in. Sometimes you see it in the face. you are coming from a place whereby maisha imekuramba, as the common phrase is in the streets. Kimekuramba. You have lost your sense of self-importance, self-worth, that self-esteem. It's not that you don't carry the potential, because there are five things I see in a person wherever they walk in my office. Number one, the person. The person is created in the image of God. They are okay. I do not run into assumption to judge them because of temporary circumstances. There are no decisions that can be made about your life based on temporary circumstances, because circumstances will change. So they walk in with whatever kind of circumstances. But it is my work and my assignment as a coach to show them that there is hope. There is hope for the living. And there is no one who is hopeless, who has hope. Number one, in his creator. Number two, in themselves. The ability to believe in yourself, that you are created. Now the person. Now the number 2P is the potential. They have the potential. The potential may not be seen now. The potential may be covered by things that are temporary, that looks like they are prohibiting or inhibiting this person from exploding into life to become the person God created them to become. But those are the things that I as the life coach should come in to create clarity about, that you have a purpose. So you are a person. You are fearfully and wonderfully
made.
That is why one of your staff asked me how I am at the beginning, and I told them I'm better than good. That doesn't mean I don't have challenges. I do. Beautiful as you are, if I am supposed to say that, you have your own challenges.
I have challenges.
Handsome as my friend on the other side is, and I am a very straight person. Do not confuse me.
That's a compliment.
That's just a compliment. Unanisikia Caleb? So, the way he is, he carries potential. Because God did not create anything that is wastage. You remember a story in the Bible where Jesus fed some people and he asked for the bread and the fish to be, the remainders to be packed. Because with God there is no wastage at whatever point in your life. I have discovered some of the greatest men in this world discovered even their purpose and what God called them to do at a very late age. Have you ever known that the founder of KFC was 65 when he started that business, or when the idea. What do you think was happening in the first 65 years of his life?
A lot.
A lot. Downfall,
achievement.
failure.
Yeah.
But you can turn your mess into a message.
Yeah, true.
You can turn your test into a testimony.
Clock it. You
Are
can
you getting
turn
it?
your mess
You
to
can turn your mess into a
to a
message,
message.
your test into a testimony. It all depends on how you see it. And it is all in the mind. So when this client walks in, I see the person, but I see the potential also. In the potential
of the person who is walking.
yes, I want to, by talking to this person, I'll be able to tell that what they carry in themselves. Because in all of us, we carry a seed of greatness. I may be allowed to say this. When you are born, you are born of a relationship between a man and a woman, an intimate relationship. So there were genes that took place for your formation. There was a race that morning or that evening when that intimate event took place. There was a race, and the fastest sperm won the race.
Yeah, it won the race.
So you can imagine the millions, but one won. So you are a product of a winning, of a race that was won. So you are greater than you think. You are greater than the environment would try to define you. You are stronger than you actually think. Because most of the time we react to how we feel rather than what we know. And what you know it. You are a producer. You're doing this show. You've not done it once. You've done it even before you came here. You have done shows on social media. You have talked to us on Facebook or Instagram. So your potential began even before you got to top prime media. But now it is exploding because God wants to manifest you to the entire world. So that is your potential. Then in you carry power. The person with potential has power. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. Listen to that. Power. Let's start with love. Love, power, and a sound
mind.
The sound mind. So you carry, there is power that you carry within yourself. So this power is the one that enables you to exploit your potential, but you've got to believe that it is there. Then finally, the last how many P's did I say? I said 4. There is the final one is the purpose now. So the power, when it is exploited, it exposes you to the purpose, and the purpose is the assignment. So the purpose of my life coaching is to align you to that purpose by first making you believe in yourself. God believes in you, but do you believe in yourself?
That's a question.
Do you believe in yourself?
I believe in myself. For me,
yes.
I don't know if our viewers.
But most of the clients who walk in are only they are second guessing themselves. They are questioning themselves. They are questioning their worth. They are questioning their value. They feel hopeless, but that hopelessness is dependent on circumstances. Kwa sababu mtu kama hakuwa na dhao 10 sasa azipate, si ana smile.
Vizuri.
Oh, wewe una smilingi vizuri sana ukizipata.
Nani apenda pesa hiyo?
But you see, the lack of the 10,000 was not stealing your potential.
True.
That was just an environmental factor
it's
that
not
was
affecting
your mood, but doesn't define who you are. Because we have had money, there are times we didn't have. Paul said, I've learned the secret of having plenty and having nothing. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Now, are most life coaches pastors?
Do I sound like a pastor?
We feel like you're relating to the book, to the good book,
to the good book. Yes. Personally, I'm a life coach and a pastor at the same time, because I don't just like giving solutions that are not founded on something that has been proved through ages to work. The Holy Scriptures work through ages.
Okay.
So that is the foundation.
Yeah. So now, tell us one of the truths that you feel like is so uncomfortable about your clients, and they try to avoid it when they first meet you as a life coach.
It takes patience to listen to a person.
But of course, there is a truth they run away
Yes,
from.
and actually the greatest secret of a life coach is being able to hear what is not being said.
It is so loud.
Yeah.
What is not being said is
What
louder.
what is not being said is louder than what is being said. But are you able to connect the dots to understand? For example, a person has lost a job, then they come to your office looking hopeless and desperate. How are you able to hear their desperation? But sometimes they walk in, and some clients even look okay, but deep within they are not okay. I may look okay. I think you've heard that in the streets. I may look okay,
But I'm not.
but I am not okay. So are you able to hear that I am not okay? Once you are able to perceive, because discernment is very key. Discernment is the same as perceiving. You're able to perceive that this person has a deeper issue, and once that issue is addressed, you are able to guide the person into the solution by making them own. Because actually there is some element of counseling in coaching, because you are making your client own the solution. Because when they own the solution to the problem they are having, it becomes easier to execute the solution.
Yeah.
So the trick is being able to perceive what is not being said. And that you learn that by becoming a good listener. Unajua shida yetu katika society yetu,
We are not good listeners.
we are not good listeners. Most of us listen to hear. Listen to hear and reply, not to understand.
That's something I always say, and I repeat it a lot, because I find I've told someone something, but their response was immature to me, because I feel you didn't listen to understand.
Is a component, Wamboi, of something I call social skills. One of the greatest social skills, which is a component of emotional intelligence, is the ability to listen.
To listen and understand.
Not to
just
listen
to
to
listen.
respond, to listen to understand. Because when you listen to understand, you become less judgmental, you don't assume anything, you understand before you respond. Most of our responses are based on our emotional immaturity. We want just to react to situations rather than understanding why did so and so bang the door, yet the door has no problem with them. Once I'm a life coach, I'll sit and listen to understand huyu mtu ni anger issue ako nayo, ndio inafanya
Kama ni ako na bipolar.
ama ako bipolar. Sasa unaona ikifika bipolar, huyo nitarefer to therapy kwa sababu huyo anahitaji not that I am a therapist also, because I'm a trained person. I'm trained. When I did my degree in theology, I was trained in counseling, and I am also pursuing other courses in therapy and counseling in other institutions. So you will know what is for life coaching. Set the boundary. This is life coaching.
This is therapy.
This is something that is kuna trauma, and every one of us has trauma.
Everyone.
Ukituona, we are sometimes we behave as a result of the experiences we have had in life. Sometimes we go quiet on people. Sometimes we react harshly to people. We shout at people, but it is the pain in us speaking. But it needs to be dealt with.
I don't know if it's an issue or it's a problem, because I found myself nowadays, anytime you say something that I feel like is going to injure me, or maybe bring out, usiona venye kidonda inakuanga imepona juu, and then I feel like unataka kuna hiyo kidonda. I'm a person who is mostly I withdraw. I will stop talking. I will just allow you be. I won't even give you a response. I'm a person who withdraws.
You are processing what you have had or what has been done to you. What do you do with it after you have kept quiet?
I just keep quiet, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm better than this. I wasn't born for this.
You set boundaries appropriately.
Now, that's it. And it's a gone case.
And maybe you have been able to perceive that this is the kind of energy I don't want.
Yeah, this is not the energy I want, because I feel like every day is a positive energy kind of day, and I don't want anyone coming to unaona ile muju, yani maji iko safi, and then you just want to make sure that my water is not clean. And then I've come to realize, like, the heart is a home. It's either you sweep it, neat it, let your heart to be neat, or either everything is everywhere. Kama nyumba tu.
I think it's an issue of guarding your heart. Above everything else, guard your heart with diligence, because out of your heart comes forth the issues of life. You've got to guard your heart by guarding your peace. And you guard your peace by making sure that you're not reacting to everything. Choose your response. You don't have to be involved in the drama. You don't have to be involved in the chaos. That is not what you are here for. You are here for purpose. And you don't have to... You have to set appropriate boundaries. Everybody doesn't have to be close to you. You have to choose your Peter versus your Judas.
True. That's very true.
I don't know whether you know the difference.
Somebody has asked a question.
Peter, you restore.
Yeah.
Judas, you let go.
Somebody has asked a question.
Yes.
And the question is, we live in an era of information. We know what to do, especially the Gen Zs, and they don't want to be told what to do. But we don't do it. We just let it. How do you bridge the gap between knowing and doing?
That's where wisdom comes in, Wambo. Because wisdom is the proper application of the knowledge that you have. We gain wisdom through experience or through the information that we have. Or it can even be gained through impartation. But the first two is I've gone to school. I've obtained a lot of knowledge. And the Gen Zs have a lot of knowledge. We are living in the information age. Unfortunately, now the issue they are calling the gap is how do we move from I know to execution? Because as much as I know what right is there to do, if I don't do it, that right does not help me. But then I must summon enough courage to execute what I know is right to do. And now that is wisdom. When I know what is right to do, if I do it, I'm a wise man. You remember the story of the builders in the Bible? You challenged me about being a pastor and a coach. I will still remind you, two wise builders were building. And they had assignments. One of them who is referred, the good book refers to one of them as a foolish man. They say that he had the instructions. Alikuwa mpaka na quotation. Alikuwa mpaka na BQ. Aliletewa mpaka material. But when the time of construction came, he was like a person who looks at himself in the mirror, knows that they have a problem, but does not address the problem. You look the way you look because you ulijiangalia kwa kioo, ukafix everything that you, in your own opinion, there is a way you wanted to look. So you are a wise person because you executed by correcting what needed to be corrected or by doing what was supposed to be done. So we bridge the gap by making sure we do. I am a result of what I do, not what I know. There are a lot of things I know. And there are things I know that I need to do that I have not done. I become wiser by the day and by also being how do I say it? I'll not be so hard on myself on the things I've not been able to do. I will learn that I am progressively growing towards challenging things that I'm supposed to do that I have not done. And I am praying, and I'm also summoning enough courage to do. Then there is the wisdom I've gained from experience. You have, like the Gen Z challenge the rest of the generations by saying the rest of the generations, especially the X generation, where I belong, the silent generation, the people who saw things going wrong and did nothing. Then it's their time to do things, but also it's not just doing, but doing them right. Because they know what ought to be done, because they have the information. But then how do they have to summon enough courage? And we saw them try it. We want to commend them, but we want to tell them they can do better. Because the room for improvement grows bigger by the day.
And it's good also to listen, you know.
Yes.
And for those listening and watching us, I'm joined by Sam, the life coach, and basically he's a life coach, and that is what he's taking us through. Like now, it feels like everyone is exhausted right now, and how do you coach someone who is too tired, or even think about personal growth?
Too tired.
Yeah,
and it's true.
Sometimes
people are exhausted.
People
are frustrated. People don't have enough money in their pockets like they would want to have, and relationships are not working outside there. We have challenges even in marriages. People are tired. Number one, what do you do when you're tired?
Rest.
You rest. You also change the environment of the place maybe where you got tired. I am one person who is an adventurer, and maybe most of my energies, I get them from taking a break. You know, even the best soldier will still get killed if he is exhausted. He will not be able to have clarity to take the best shot. And the best shot does not wait for when all the conditions are right. You have to know when to take the shot, but you also have to know when to fast rest, because if you are exhausted Wambo, the first thing is to have a break. That's why even in school we had breaks. Unasoma lesson ya 1.5 hours, then you go for a break, so that your mind can reset, you can re-energize, you can refocus, you can restart again. Then maybe you also change your environment, take a walk, refresh, change that environment. If you are living in an environment where you are getting exhausted, don't be there. If the environment is toxic, change it. You are not a tree. Move. Go for a walk. Go for a hike.
Just do something.
Read a new book. Challenge your mind. Take a rest. Take a break. Go to the farm. Do something new that you've never done. Re-energize yourself by making sure that you're not in the same.
Take away the burnout.
You're not in the same spaces that got you tired and gave you burnout. Kwa sababu watu wengi tunataka kukaa in spaces where things will not change there.
Yeah, they won't.
Unaona mtu anakutukana, unakaa tu unasema ni kuvumilia. Unaona mtu anakuchapa makonde,
unavumilia tu.
Unasema umsamehe.
Kwa sababu kuna watoto, unavumilia tu.
Wewe juu sasa umeleta concept nyingine. Lakini ukumbuke pia it's a delicate balancing issue, because watoto hakuna pahali wataenda kwa sababu hao watoto ni wako. But pia kuna wewe. Juu watoto wako siku moja watakuwa watu wakubwa na watakuondokea. And sometimes even the children will tell you they never asked you to stay in an abusive environment. So that ati ndio uvumilie wao waendelee kuwa wakubwa. It's a delicate balancing issue, and circumstances are very different. You don't generalize. You deal on a case-to-case basis, because the circumstances are totally different.
Okay. Now, with a million choices for everything, Sam, a million choices. People are paralyzed, if I may say it that way. what is your trick as a coach for making a tough decision when you're stuck? There must be a trick. Like, for example, Mimi, sometimes I don't want to smile, but at the end of the day, I must be on camera and I have to smile.
Yes.
Yeah? And that is just a trick to show people niko sawa, but siko sawa. Yeah.
You're faking it until
you're just
you make
faking it, you know, you're faking that smile. But the minute you just go off, you're back to yourself. You get. And that is what maybe most people don't understand about people in media. We really try to make people out there see a different picture about us. Now, you as a coach, as a coach, which trick as a life coach do you use?
I am having a million what? What did you call them? A million what?
Choices for
A
everything.
million choices for every day.
For everything, yeah.
There are days I wake up and the day doesn't look very promising. But I have to encourage myself. There are those self-affirmation. I give myself self-affirmation speeches that I'm better than I feel. I'm great than I am not my feelings. I am not my environment. I am Samuel. And I got to deliver today. Whether the circumstances, like you remember I told you, it's the winning soldier in a war is not the one who waits for the perfect shot, is one who takes the perfect timing. So what kind of encouragement the self-affirmation that I give myself? Back to the Holy Book, there was a woman who had bled for I think 12 years, and in the space where she needed to find a solution, there were a million choices because people are blocking her. But she stayed within. You see, within. I want you to learn the mental aspect in it. She said it before she did it. Because what you say to yourself in that time when you don't know what to do, you can either choose to take a break because you don't want, if you don't know what to do, don't do anything.
Don't do anything. You might spoil.
If you feel you don't want to go, you're not certain about going for the date, don't. It's your gut feeling telling you it might not be okay. So don't go. You are not under any pressure. Even if the circumstances look very promising. Hakuna mtu atakuchapa. Even if ulipromisiwa utachukuliwa na Range Rover na unasikia ya kwamba hutaki kwenda, please don't. We have heard of people who went for dates and they never came back alive. Or rather, they never left the date alive. Because they ignored. I believe in us there is that gut feeling that tells me this is not. So in the midst of a million choices, I don't have to make those choices. And I don't have to follow the choices that are made by others. Because most of us put ourselves in a lot of pressure by comparing ourselves to other people. And nataka ku make choice kwa sababu niko under pressure. Na hiyo tunaita peer pressure. Na peer pressure sio tu ya Gen Z ama millennials, peer pressure iko mpaka kwa watu wazima. Umetembea kwa fulani, umeona kiti mzuri, umeanza kuweka pressure kila pahali. Kwako hakukaliki kwa sababu hiyo kiti haijanunuliwa, na hiyo kiti kabla inunuliwe bado mlikuwa mnakaa chini.
And I feel this happens even so much with women juu wametembeleana.
I will not want to discuss that.
Nilienda chama kwa mama nani. Akona kiti mpya na hii kiti yangu imekaa for almost 3 years. What are you doing about it?
Maybe the man is already planning to do something about it. But because men don't
you're
usually
pushing it too much.
Wise men don't just expose their plans in advance. They plan, they execute with privacy. But back to what we were talking about. I don't want to with all these a million choices that I'm given, and I have to make one of them. If I'm not ready to make a choice, I will not. I will not die for not making the choice. I will wait until I feel confident enough. Let me put this word. Life coaching is about creating clarity. That the decision I'm making, my mind is clear about it. The goals I'm pursuing, my mind is clear, this is what I want. Most of us fail because, number one, we don't know what we, and you cannot pursue what you don't know.
Yeah,
you cannot invest your energy in what you've not already identified. Because I have studied some bit of project management and project management and evaluation. We say where there is, you cannot be able to give feedback on what you've not set standards or goals about. If I say I want to be in Kisumu by this evening, and at this time it is 12:35 maybe, and I want to be in Kisumu, that means I'm clear about my goal. Secondly, that goal is time bound. I have to be there by evening. Evening what time? That means I'll have to avoid every distraction, and maybe these are million choices are the distractions. I have to be clear whether what I want is in these million choices. Then, because my goal is time bound, I'll avoid the distractions so that I can start moving. Because my goal must also be measurable. I can be able to put action to make it happen. So is it possible to be in Kisumu by evening? Yes, it is. If I book a flight right now, nikiwa hapa Top Prime Media, I just need an hour to be in Kisumu.
Yeah.
So I have avoided options za kujaribu kuingia kwa Easy Coach or Eldoret Express or North Rift or whatever vehicles go there, but I've chosen an easier path. But is it also realistic? Am I able to do it? So I don't know whether I'm answering your question.
Yeah, you're answering.
I don't know. I hope I'm helping someone who is looking for clarity in the midst of a million options
and choices.
The thing is, do you know what you want?
There are million
and what purpose
choices.
does it serve you?
There are million choices, but know what purpose. Between the choices that the choice you're going to pick,
to make,
just make sure that there is a purpose ahead of it. So somebody has asked, how do you help people stay focused on their own lane when they are constantly bombarded by everyone else's perfect lives online? I've realized people are living the life online. Somebody, maybe kuna mtu anataka kuishi life ya mbona najui behind the scene venye niko.
Let me ask you.
Just because they're seeing me on live.
Let me ask you. Would we post our worst moments online?
No, of course not.
So the perfect moments are the only ones that are being posted. What about the weak moments? The day I fell, for example, did I post it? The day I made a silly decision, did I post that day? But the day I bought a Mercedes Benz, I posted it.
It's a must post.
Uni musts. The day I bought land, I saw near your station there are very many people selling properties and lands. And by the way, I also sell properties. Subject for another discussion. New Creation is diversing into property development and those real estate things. But do we post our bad moments? No, we don't. So why compare yourself? The good book says those who compare themselves with each other are not wise. Why would you choose to be a foolish person? Kwa nini nijikompare na wewe na sijui? Ukiniona vile nimevaa hii saa yangu, it's not a very expensive watch, but it is also not cheap. But I'm not here to brag about
how much.
It's also not cheap, but unajiweka pressure ya kutaka kuwa na hii saa na ujui mimi natoaga pesa
wapi.
That is why people are joining organizations that are crazy.
No, wana join forex.
Forex. Forex. There are two types of forex.
Sasa tunaona wana join both types of forex.
Naambiwa kuna forex pia. Kuna forex na pia kuna forex.
Forex A and B.
Forex A and B. So unajiweka into a lot of pressure to please a society that does not even care about you. They will give just for some likes. Is that why you want to play the game of the society? Just for a few likes and shares? Yet within yourself you are dying. Why? Take a break, reorganize your life.
And I've seen that thing online because I've seen a certain lady who used to entertain us on TikTok akicheza guitar yake vizuri. But at the end of the day, alijiua. And you tend to ask yourself, this lady was living a very good life. Na nakumbuka there's a comment I read. It was so mouthy. That's a very mouthy and an uncontrollable comment. And the person was like, umeachia iPhone nani? You see, because they felt like this person had a perfect life.
So the iPhone was to that person who made that unsavory comment. The iPhone was the definition of a perfect life.
Yeah, of a perfect life.
There are people in Wambui, there are people rushing to upgrade their phones every other day, but they are doing it at the expense of other more important and urgent issues in their lives. And you are not in a rat race to compete with people. If you feel you want to upgrade your phone, well and good. Everybody is right in their own perspective as far as the decisions they are making concerning their lives is concerned. But I am not in competition with you. Neither am I trying to rival you. I'm running my race. I don't want to kuwa kama hiyo comment ilimekiwa. You see, now you are having a person playing a guitar, but inside they are empty. They should have met with a life coach or a therapist to discuss the internal battles that were going on. And maybe this guitar playing was as a form of therapy. But maybe
it was entertaining her.
Maybe she was entertaining you. But was she entertaining herself first? Self-love. Jusipo, madam, jipende. Jipende kwanza kwa sababu you are trying to get people to clap for you when you've not clapped for yourself.
You know, Sam, that reminds me of a certain time, and this is something that people have been asking me, and it's an answer I've been giving. And somebody was like, do you still preach? And I have, there was a wound that was met on the altar, in church. And I felt like, and I was talking to someone today, I know the person might be watching, and the person was like, Rev, you're still a reverend. And I'm like, you know what? I took a step back because I wondered, what am I going to tell people? And yet, inside of me, I have a very big church wound. You get? And I felt, let me take a step back. I don't want to make you people happy and she's a youth pastor, she's doing a good job. But what about me?
You don't want to be bleeding on people who never hurt you.
Exactly.
By, you know, you will be trying to do it to please people, but what you are actually projecting is your frustration and the heartache that you have in yourself. First heal. It's not an emergency.
It's not.
That you must be on the platform.
No.
You're not doing a performance. You know, ministry is consecration. Ministry is not about performance. Ministry is separation. Ministry is, I feel I'm in a space. I've seen pastors resigning. People who are caught in maybe in scandals, and they step back from the ministry to have a time of healing and restoration. And all of us, Paul challenged the church in Corinthians, examine yourself whether you are still in the faith. So do you feel that you are okay if you're not being authentic on the altar or on the platform?
Just
step back, take a break.
And it's not
Heal.
just on the platform. You're a journalist, you feel you're not bringing something authentic.
Wherever.
It's hurting, you just step back.
Siku nitafeel hii life coaching is no longer serving the purpose God sent me to. I'll step back and ask God, is it time to take a new lane? Because I believe I'm multi-talented. You would be surprised to know I was first trained as an accountant. Then I went to Bible school to study
I've
theology.
known you for so many years and I haven't known
Yes, you don't know. I'm an accountant. I've worked for an international NGO for around 20 years, balancing their books. until the day when I felt maybe this could be another aha moment. Until the day I felt everything had become mechanical.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of swinging around the seat in the office. And I was very effective. But I don't want to be there for a show. I don't want to be there for a performance. I want to be there for influence and impact.
True.
Because that is what assignment is all about. I don't want to be there so that I can have the claps or the share or the likes, as important as they are. I don't want to be there just to add followers, but what impact am I creating in the life of my followers? So, good thing, Wambui, you step back and examine yourself and ask myself, by the time I get back, because, with God, it's not a second chance. It is more than 1,000,000 chances.
Yeah.
It is not even 1,000,000 chances. It is more than 1,000,000 chances, because God is a God of comeback for a heart that is willing to be restored. God is always calling back his people to restoration, to repentance, to reconsider their ways,
Yeah.
to get back to, and maybe it could be, maybe God used whatever took place to create the church wound as a stepping stone to the next ministry that God has for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you would not have seen what
Ministry
you're doing
is
now.
not only on the pulpit.
The guy or the girl who sweeps in the church is in ministry as
yeah.
much as the bishop is in the ministry.
Ni vile tu mnamuita bishop.
Yeah, ni vile tu mnamuita man of God.
Yeah.
Kwani huyo anaye sweep ni man of who?
It's still a sister and
it's a woman of God and
woman
a man of God. The guy ambaye ana control hii production is a man of God with no lesser description. The guy who sweeps this office is a woman or a man of God. He is in ministry. If we see ministry as the impact we create to the glory of God with the literal or the larger things of life we do, depending on who is describing, because what we are doing here is as great as the person who is on the pulpit proclaiming the gospel. Okay. But we learn on different lanes. I don't have to be Wambui. I don't have to be Gerard. I just have to be Samuel. Okay. Life coaching is about creating authenticity. Be real. Do not be a photocopy of anybody. Things that are real are biodegradable. Biodegradable means they can produce more even when they are dead. Ushaiona maize cob ikianguzwa ama mbegu ya mahindi ikianguzwa kwa mchanga inaoza lakini inatoa uhai.
Yeah.
That is what being authentic means.
That's really beautiful. But now, Sam, because we have like 20 minutes to
okay.
Now see, there are people who are uncoachable.
True. That is life.
They're so uncoachable.
Unteachable, that is.
Unteachable. I'm trying to put it in a better way. Is there anyone you can't help? Because I understand there's someone who just with this a difficult human to deal with. Nataki kusikia. So how do you deal with that?
One of the reasons as to why maybe somebody may look unteachable or uncoachable, maybe dependent on the time you meet them first. For example, when the wound is festering, they are in a lot of pain. It's so fresh. Maybe at that time is not a time to. For example, Wambui, you visit a family that has lost their loved ones. Do you go telling them that I understand how you are feeling just because maybe at a certain time you also lost a relative? That is a time to be there, not to talk to them, but just to be. You remember what you asked me about a supportive friend?
Be now that supportive friend. You're not bringing in the life coaching there. You're being a supportive friend.
When you kufanya life coaching or therapy at that time, the time for that will come.
Something said, unless you're in that shoe, Faith is very good talking about it. I have faith. Nina imani. it's very nice when you're talking about it when you're not
in the
actually
situation.
in the situation. I understand what
But
you're
even
saying.
now, there's also the right time to talk about even that encouragement. So this person because the question was, is there anybody who is uncoachable? Yes, they are, depending on what stage of life they are. Because I told you there is nobody who is a complete reject. Hakuna. And I also spoke about
So are you sure? Because
differentiating.
I feel like there are people who never want to be told nothing.
You feel. It's your feeling. Do you know even the people who say I don't care, do care? When their time to care comes.
So are you saying
they
that
will care.
Awa wanaume wanakuanga mabanta tu wenye wanakuanga tu ni hardcore? Are you saying they still know how to love?
Yes, they
now
do.
Put it in the context of there's someone who the uncoachable are also coachable.
The uncoachable are also coachable when their will shifts. Because for me, when a person comes, there are two elements. When a person walks in for coaching, I tell them, number one, you must be available for what you're looking for, and number two, you must be teachable. Teachable is the I am ready to unlearn so that I may learn. There are things that maybe their perceptions or their conclusions, their mindsets I have had about life that are wrong. The uncoachable that maybe you are talking about is a person who is rigid in their beliefs and they don't believe that anybody can change them. And you see, for a grown-up, there is nothing much you can do. Because if a person decides that they cannot change, do you know even God cannot change your will? And that is why the soul, the spirit...
So I'm not supposed to say that may the will of God be done?
I have not said that.
Oh.
But as much as there is the will of God, there is also your will. And the question is, are you ready to delight in the will of God so that your will may align with the will of God? Jesus is telling the Father, this cup, remove it from, but not my will. So his will was what? Remove the
cup.
But he aligned his will to the will of the Father, right? You see, that is the greatest problem, because I believe one of the other challenges with uncoachable people is a strong will that does not want to be flexible enough to unlearn what it has learned over time. But maybe with time, this person you are calling uncoachable may become coachable if they are willing. But I don't want to write off anybody because they have come for coaching and say, huyu kulingana na vile ameongea na vile nimemuona huyu hawezi saidi. It is not.
I'm coming to that.
It is not in my place to write off.
I'm coming to that because there's somebody who has tried to change for the first time. They've given it the second chance, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth.
How many chances are you supposed to give yourself in life?
So many.
Uncountable.
So how do they find the courage to go maybe to the seventh chance?
A step at a time. Just like a child walks. A child starts by, you have to encourage people that if they are crawling, let them crawl, but at least they are making movement. In whatever you are doing, make sure you are making some progress. The plane that you see cruising, hata hizo jet fighters unaona zikitoka kwa meli zikienda kule zinaenda zinatoka a place. It has landed in a place and then it starts by, I'm sure you've taken a flight, you know what happens. Mpaka ndege unaonaga inavutwa. Na ndio itaenda iwache mpaka hiyo tractor ambayo ilikuwa inaivu. So there is the crawling phase, there is the walking phase, and then there is the flying phase. Don't you remember what the good book says? I come back again. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They will walk, then they shall run, then they shall mount. So discern what phase is this person in, so that hutampeleka na speed.
Yeah.
Hutamuingiza kwa gear number 5 na anastahili kwenda na gear number ama pengine hata anahitaji kwenda reverse.
Yeah.
Ndio aanze safari.
Na unamwambia step
na wewe unamwambia enda mbele. Na kuna times gari ni lazima iende reverse ndio iende mbele. Ukweli? Have you ever studied about rockets? Do you know rockets huwa zinachimbiwa chini? Ndio iweze kugain momentum ya kwenda the farthest. Such is life.
True. But now, Sam, people often think success is a destination.
It's not.
Now, like tuseme sasa, you've gotten the money, you've gotten the job, you've gotten that dream house, that dream car,
wife.
Like now as a life
or
coach,
husband.
Like as a life coach,
yes.
Yeah, of course, there are women that find a husband a destination. Okay, how do you redefine now success for your clients?
Success, according to,
because we don't want to define it on the job, based on the job, the house, the kids.
I think success is a perception of every mind, depending on what you define success to be. When I'm doing life coaching, I consider myself successful because I'm doing something I dreamt about, but there are new levels. Yes, I'm passionate about it, but there are levels to everything. Do you know there will always be a richer person than the richest person in Kenya is not the richest person in the world. True. And
Dangote is never
there's a time the reference of Africa was almost the reference of the world, but you realize that Dangote is not the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
Now we are having a person whose net worth is anaitwa nani huyu jamaa wa Starlink, Elon Musk. He's setting the standard. So success is a journey, and if Elon Musk has not arrived, there is a time I read about Elon Musk nikasikia mpaka hata alikuwa anaishi kwa kakebin kama haka. So, and he was still calling himself successful because to him success was not a big mansion.
Yeah.
Success was not a big mansion in Runda or Muthaiga. Success to him was the ability to find solutions for the problems facing mankind.
And that is
so now he has created Starlink, where we can be able to access internet.
Hata ukiwa kwa plane.
By the way,
yeah, kwa ndege sasa mtu ana access internet.
So mimi nikikaa hapa nikwambia niko successful, hiyo ni definition ya mind yangu. Kwa mind ya mtu mwingine I'm crawling, but I must be satisfied with myself, because I'm on a journey. I know there is a time I'll hardly be found, and especially at an advanced age as I continue growing. Now my coaching will be at international level. I will be coaching at levels you've never heard about. But you must write your dream, because your dream, the vision must write the vision in large letters, so that he who runs can be able to see it, so that you are on track, you keep focus, but don't define. So ukipata hiyo gari kama ulikuwa, for example, wewe najua pengine unapenda Prado hii kubwa, na ikija sasa umestagnate. Unajua kuna watu wako na Lamborghini.
Ukweli. Na ina ile Cybertruck. Jesus. Na Cybertruck wako nazo.
Watu, there are people. I had one of my greatest icon in football, Cristiano Ronaldo. One day I was trouble in Saudi Arabia. He took a private jet with his family to Spain. Everybody is clambering to find a flight back to their home. This guy just gets into a private jet and flies to Spain. That is success.
Yeah.
according to him. According to level ya hii watu wengine ni kutafuta ndege ya kuwapeleka kwao kwa sababu wao hawana personal. Anyway, so success is not a journey, is a journey, is not a destination, but it is defined differently at different levels. But you must encourage yourself. You must keep encouraging yourself as you make progress. The problem is stagnating.
Yeah. Some in like, let me say, 30 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. If our listeners do nothing in 24 hours, yani wakwetu naka small habit kenye wewe kama life coach unaweza waambia that start this and this is going to be successful, what is that habit you would encourage our listeners to start now?
Identify what you want to do. Be consistent in it. Consistency builds your discipline. And it's also the other way around. Discipline builds consistency. It is the consistent farmer who has a good harvest at the end of the season. He keeps going back to the farm. Hata wakati hakuna mvua, bado utamuona amesimama kwa shamba anapalilia, akiomba Mungu, ama akipanga vile atapata irrigation, ama akichimba shimo ndio apate maji. Consistency. You don't give up. People who've become experts and successful in what they do, they have been consistent. They have been disciplined. They have been focused.
Thank you so much, Sam. Where can people find you?
I can be found on... are you talking about contacts?
Yeah,
my contacts 0723 093 714. And you can also find me on Instagram, Githsam, Githsam. And you can also find me on Facebook at New Creation Encounters. New Creation Encounters is my personal development training forum, and it's also an organization that is diversing into a lot of other things. And you can always find me where else on TikTok.
You're also on TikTok.
I'm also on TikTok.
Sam the life coach. Yeah.
I need maybe to be more aggressive on these platforms because I believe there is always room for growth. One thing I believe is that you can always do better than you were doing yesterday.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sam. This is you welcome another time. Wakati mwingine na mwingine.
Yes.
So this has been Straight Talk with me, Wamboy. I want to wish each and every one of our viewers and listeners a beautiful and a fantastic day ahead, and may the good Lord bless you. Asanteni sana.
Thank you.
Your body deserves a refresh, and your face too. Welcome to Le Refresh.